There are indictments in this president's future. They're coming.
There will be no further indictments.
The Mueller investigation is over, and there was no collusion. And no one is more surprised than America's news anchors.
Whether we figure this thing out as a country, whether we, the country, are ever fully told what Robert Mueller really figured out.
No collusion. We have heard that many times from the president and the White House. Remains to be seen if we'll soon hear that from Robert Mueller himself.
ABC News citing sources familiar with the investigation reporting that no more indictments are coming from the special counsel.
Who typed a question mark on the teleprompter?
I'm Ron Burgundy.
The president didn't betray America, Trump isn't a Russian agent, and no one else is being indicted. This is great news for America, right? Well, not if you're one of the Democrats or members of the media who pushed the collusion narrative for 2 years.
That's because he'd rather have a puppet as president of the United States.
No puppet.
And
No, you're
that the
puppet.
Russians have engaged in cyber attacks against the United States of America.
Here are the top 5 times that the media and Democrats spread collusion hysteria that turned out to be total bogus. Number 1, Louise Mensch, who said that not only was Mueller going to hand out indictments, but he was going to recommend the death penalty for Steve Bannon.
Ready, Mr. Wabbit?
Yeah, go ahead, Doc.
That's the sort of conspiracy theory that gets you published in InfoWars, right?
You understand how high I am off being out here? This feels awesome. This feels fantastic.
But also, apparently, the New York Times, who published Mensch without a second thought. Of course, Mueller ended up not indicting anyone. Number 2, McClatchy reported that Mueller had evidence that Michael Cohen met with the Russians in Prague, except Mueller's report shows that that's clearly not the case. But that hasn't stopped McClatchy from standing by their story to this day. Number 3, Trump Jr. colluded with Russia in the Trump Tower meeting. This one seemed pretty legitimate. Trump Jr. actually attended a meeting with an actual Russian attorney during the 2016 campaign. But Mueller had several of the attendees testify before a grand jury, and he concluded that there was no collusion.
Excuse me, what kind of envy? Penis. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear the, just once more.
Penis, penis, penis!
Number 4, a Russian spy had infiltrated the White House. That's right. After actual Russian agent Mario Butina had been arrested, Mike reporter Emily Singer tweeted that she saw Butina pictured in the Oval Office with President Trump. Except it turned out to just be another White House staffer who happened to also have red hair. That didn't stop the tweet from getting retweeted thousands of times though. Before we get to number 5, here is an honorable mention. Rachel Maddow had a bombshell story. She'd found Trump's tax return, but when she finally got around to revealing them, all it showed was that Trump had paid his taxes. Number 5, Trump colluded with Russia. In 2018, the New York Times and the Washington Post won Pulitzers for reporting on a Russian collusion story that didn't actually exist. For the past 2 years, Democrats have campaigned and insisted on Trump being in cahoots with Russia. Maxine Waters guaranteed that there would be collusion. Dick Blumenthal said it was clear that there was collusion. Eric Swalwell agreed. Adam Schiff said the evidence was in plain sight. Well, apparently, Robert Mueller is blind. Some Democrats aren't accepting his report. Let's be clear. Jerry Nadler is rejecting the findings of the special counsel. But what sort of investigation would he be satisfied with?
There was a firefight!
Mueller had unlimited time and resources. But Nadler is rejecting it because Democrats aren't actually happy to hear that the president didn't betray the country. They're disappointed.
I will always be disappointed in you. Forever. Till the end of days.
The media promised them a witch burning. Now that Mueller didn't give them one, they may start a hunt of their own.